All right, we're getting right into it. Okay, so Kanye West, Louis C.K., and Marilyn Manson among the troubled stars nominated for Grammys. And if you're wondering who won, Louis C.K., Kanye West both won Grammys this year. Marilyn Manson did not. But I thought that this was maybe the most, this goes back to talk of cancel culture, and they're talking about whether it actually exists or not, as if people don't just want to ruin people's lives every day.
Incredibly snarky article.
Yes.
Like this one.
I sent you the, I mean, all of them when you cover Louis C.K. are, the AV Club one that I don't think I sent you is even more snarky than that one. It even uses the word whelp, which is not actually a word as far as I know. It's like when somebody mistypes well on their computer.
It's a word.
But it's not something you use in a normal sentence.
Yeah, I do.
You say whelp?
Yeah. I go like, whelp, they're here.
Weird.
Yeah, whelp is actually a real word. It's a noun, a puppy, or of a female dog give birth to a puppy.
That was a pretty quick Google.
But that's not relevant.
But it's also a slang that says it's another word for well.
Okay, so but the point is that it's said to be snarky. It's meant to be snarky. So it says Sunday's list of Grammy nominees aren't entirely harmonious. It says troubled stars, including Kanye West, Marilyn Manson, and Louis C.K., are among the finalists for honors at the 2022 edition of the Music Focused Award Show. West, who now goes by the name Ye, was reportedly banned for performing on Sunday's show at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas following a series of outbursts on social media amid his divorce from Kim Kardashian and her new romance with old Dead Eyes Pete Davidson. They didn't say old Dead Eyes.
Hey, don't hate on Dead Eyes.
That was me.
Don't hate on Dead Eyes.
That was me. So what's weird about this is like Kanye's like they banned him from performing but didn't ban him from attending, which makes no sense to me at all. Does any of it make sense
They
to
just
anyone?
gotta give their little no list.
Well,
It's like,
you could be part of this conversation, but not this part.
it's like
if
in
he
exactly that
attended-
voice.
I think in exactly that voice.
Yeah, if he attended after getting banned from performing, then he would just come in with his tail between his legs.
Yes, and he didn't go anyways. He didn't attend, and there was a bunch of stuff beforehand of people like he doesn't need that. I mean, realistically, none of the people of his caliber need
Will
the
Smith
Grammys.
smacked the man and then received an award to roaring applause.
Yes, roaring applause, standing ovation, and says.
yes.
West's 5 nominations Sunday include Album of the Year, Rap Album of the Year for Donda, and Best Melodic Rap Performance for the song Hurricane. He won for that. He did not win Album of the Year, but and that's what Manson was under. Because I was like, did Marilyn Manson release music this year? That doesn't seem like a thing, but apparently, because he was on the song Jail Part 2.
Really?
Not in the version I heard, but maybe it's like a background vocal that I don't know. I know he did the song live with them.
I just assumed he got nominated for like best accused rapist of the year.
that was I don't know if, I mean, can you imagine how many people there would have to be in that category to do that in the entertainment industry to do best accused R word? Yes, that would be very difficult. So it says
Worst.
Manson, who was denied the accusation of sexual and psychological abuse from multiple women, includes actress Evan Rachel Wood, is also including on the album for the nomination for Album of the Year for Donda, as he is featured on the song Jail Part 2. So he's featured on it, but it's not like it was for his work specifically.
Did Certified Lover Boy get nominated for anything?
Oh, dang,
Just
stop.
we're talking about the Grammys. I feel like this is
Drake.
Well,
relevant.
because we're going to fight about this.
why would we fight about it? I thought you were a Kanye fan.
Did that
I
come
am,
out?
but, like-
was that this year?
Certified
Or did
Lover
it
Boy?
come out? Or did it
No,
come out
it
at
came
the end
out
of-
with Donda, the first one, not
Well,
Donda
Album
2.
of the Year is
Easy for you to forget because it got massively overshadowed by Donda. Thus, like, it's very hard to remember that Drake actually did anything about it.
is-
Drake withdrew his nominations.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Kind of like The Weeknd last year.
Why?
Didn't want to be nominated because injustice.
Yeah, there were a few other people who did.
How does that help?
So that was the same conversation I had. I was like, how does that help? I don't know how that helps.
We don't get nominated enough.
I was going to
Stop
discriminate
nominating
against
me.
minorities, but then Drake conceded his award. What?
Exactly. So it says. So then the second article says, well, the Grammys are off to a hell of a start. Louis C.K. and Kanye West, both early winners at this year's Grammy Awards. And you can just tell they're pissed. They just leave. I noticed like a little bit of pushback against Kanye because like Kanye's being a dick online and he's going through his own struggles right now. But man, are they mad that Louis C.K. is not dead or bankrupt or crying in a mental institution or jail. That's where they want him.
Absolutely.
So if you guys don't remember, I brought it up here. It says the misconduct charges were essentially that he when women would
What
come
happened?
into his room, he would
Questions.
ask very politely if it was okay if he pulled his junk out. And
May I please
he's-
pull out my junk?
it was a may I please, and then later on he's like, I guess I thought it was okay because he's like, yeah, sure, I jerked off in front of women, but I asked permission first, and apparently that's not allowed.
Okay,
Even if
but
they
I
said
was
no.
confused by this because I thought that he was standing in front of the door when he did it,
So
so
it-
that they couldn't leave.
Oh.
No, as far as I know, like
Yeah,
it's-
there was some cases that he
I
did
don't
that.
know.
I
Really?
didn't
Yeah.
see anything that said that, but
No,
that's,
there's some cases that
if you can pull it up to corroborate, that'd be great. That he actually blocked the door. But my favorite part was it says like, and then like the two of them thought it was a joke, but then he would like jerk
I mean,
off
it is hilarious.
to completion. And I was like, how fast is completion? Like run for the door if it makes you uncomfortable. The point is though that like his career took a very heavy hit afterwards, but now he's back. And the point of cancel culture is that you're never supposed to ever have any form of redemption ever whatsoever. You know, you're supposed to admit that you're an awful person and then go into a corner and die, never to be heard from again.
That's like the only kink that's worse than feet.
The what?
Whatever.
What-
Louis
what-
CK
Yeah,
does.
see, Louis C.K. shouldn't be canceled. He should just be kink shamed.
Yeah, and
Oh,
aren't these
There's
the
no
pe-
such thing as kink shaming.
and
Other
his,
than that,
and
yeah.
so, but basically what he says is like his retort is like not that he did something wrong, but that because he was their boss, he did something wrong. Power dynamics, and we covered this when Taika Waititi was like, I was making out with one of my actresses and my girlfriend. I didn't do anything wrong. Everyone is willing. I'm like, yeah, except for 10 years from now when one of them decides like maybe I felt like I had to make out with you with your girlfriend, otherwise I would lose my job. So that's a very real threat that came back to bite him in this case. But yeah, it says the accusations are basically that he would corner them and then do his business, which is awful and disgusting. But it's like, so I was like, but okay, so his career takes a hit. It said he lost like $35 million that first year, whatever. So he loses it, and Mary said, we talked about this before, and you said like you generally thought you're like he shouldn't be working,
Yeah, I just think like perverts should be shamed.
Okay, so they shamed him, and as well they should. But my question is like, so this dude does something effed up, stupid that he should never have done. But do we really do we sentence people to a life where they aren't allowed to pursue what gives them purpose? Because that's how you lead people. That's a very polite way of saying we want
Doing
you.
that in front of women gives him purpose.
No, I'm
I know what you're saying.
Yes, yeah. He's like, if I can't, if I can't do this in front of them, I don't want to live. That's like there was like a thing where, or no, what was the quote? There was a damn. I'm never gonna be able to find.
I wonder
it.
if he still goes for it. If he still's like, hey.
I bet.
He
Can't
had
stop a pervert.
he had a thing where he's like, you do what you're like. He's like, it's what I'm good at.
he just has disclosures now.
Yeah, that's. I'm surprised he didn't have them before. Like have full non-disclosures on set. But it says people are saying cancel culture doesn't exist after Louis C.K. wins a Grammy Award. Comedian Louis C.K. has controversially won a Grammy Award despite facing sexual harassment allegations. He took out Best Comedy Album for Sincerely Louis C.K. and was up against the likes of Chelsea Handler. Well, that's not really competition, but it's Louis Black, Kevin Hart, Lavelle Crawford. I'm surprised they didn't give it to Kevin Hart, though I didn't listen to that special. But I'm surprised they didn't pick on image alone, not giving it to.
He can't win everything.
What is it? He won the one award. Oh, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Okay. So it says Louis C.K. just won a Grammy, so please tell me again how about cancel culture and how terrible it is. It says Louis C.K. Won a Grammy, but tell me about how evil cancel culture is. And it goes on and on. It says people said the same thing when he was nominated for the Grammys last year. 5 women have accused the comedian of sexual harassment. He previously addressed those claims, saying that they're true. So he's admitted that what he did was wrong. It was gross and wrong. But it's like, the same thing is going to happen in Hollywood all the time. it's just not going to be talked about. So I say, what is the guy supposed to do? I guess in a way he did submit himself for the award.
I mean,
So it's not like they nominated him. You have to submit yourself for consideration.
I mean, I think the greater sin is like, I don't know if it's like the greater sin, but like at least in my mind is like with chicks in his industry.
Yeah.
I think that's like the like maybe like they were expecting like a professionalism and like a camaraderie like that male comedians would get, and so like the fact that maybe like they went to his room and they were like, oh, maybe we're gonna talk about like joke writing and things like that, and then you just got propositioned to like a very awkward situation from a very unfortunate looking man, you know. So it's like
he says.
odd.
These stories are true. At the time, I said to myself that what I did was okay because I never showed a woman my dick without asking first.
I mean,
Which is also true. He asked for
Asking is the crime.
So, well, that's what I'm saying. So theoretically,
Just don't.
if he's saying that is he saying that he asked and that they said yes, or is he saying I asked and then just pulled
And
it
then
out?
they said
before-
no, and then I
did
pulled out
it?
my junk.
So did he do both?
I asked.
I have no idea. So it says, but I learned later in life, too late, that when you have power over another person, asking them to look at your dick isn't a question. So he's saying, were they really supposed to just say no? Yes, they should have just said no. But the argument is that because he was their boss, they felt that they had to. They felt that they had to say yes. So he's an idiot for doing that, but he won the Grammy, and they're pissed at him for winning a Grammy, and they're pissed at Kanye for winning a Grammy. Though I do find it funny that Kanye being mean to people on the internet is being held in the same regard as a dude who just whips his stuff out in front of random women that he employs. Those aren't the same thing.
Insulting Trevor Noah.
And insulting
versus
Trevor Noah.
that, yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. Did you find
That's
Yeah,
community service as far as
2017.
I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Say again?
Insulting Trevor
Yeah,
Noah.
in 2017.
Cannot stand that guy.
There's like separate cases, like 5 separate cases in 2017.
And what is the one that says that he blocked the door?
All 5 of them.
Oh, whoa.
They all say that he blocked the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I mean, so it's like he blocked the door, but he asked. So it's like that's
Yeah.
like,
Can I block the
if
door?
he did that if he did that on purpose, that's evil. But you know, like it's so.
kind of wild.
So what do you do? That's he won an award, and people are. This is a reasonable argument to say that cancel culture isn't all, but it's never going to be the same for him again. It's not like he's ever going to be able to have a regular career where people just accept his work. He's going to have to. The people who are going to watch him are going to have to make a calculated judgment. Like, look, I know he did these effed up things. He didn't physically hurt anyone, but he certainly made it really fucking uncomfortable for them.
And every
Yeah.
one of his like stand-ups now, like he has to reference it too.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh god, this shit again.
Yep.
You know?
So that's weird. That's interesting too, because none of the other, like, you'd think that would have been front and center, that they would have put in these that he blocked the door to, because that changes everything about it. So.
Asking doesn't really matter that much at that point.
Yep. So it's it's like mind if I do this while not giving you an out to what you're doing. So putting Kanye on the same level as this is kind of disturbing to me, but that's just my opinion. And Marilyn Manson, that is a whole nother bag of worms given everything going on.
I think people that complain about Kanye must not have eccentric friends.
Remember, well, it's because he's rich, right? Because when you're poor and you're weird, you're just weird. But when you're rich and you're weird, you're eccentric, and that's
Correct.
just the way it is.
I mean,
Are you weird or are you eccentric?
me in particular,
Yes, you are. You in particular.
I'm a big fan of saying like other people defining you is usually more accurate than people defining yourself. So like I would ask the question back. Like,
See,
you
that's
think-
interesting. I actually take issue with that. Like,
Really?
I'm one of the people that says, like, look, in a world where I can barely define myself, the idea that somebody else can label me is actually insulting.
I think for things for labels such as artist and like savant and things like not that I'm saying I'm any of those, but like artists and savant and things like that, I think someone has to like say that of you, because if you say like I'm an artist, I'm a genius, I'm a this, I'm a that, it's kind of empty, because like it's like naturally like you get some benefit from like having a lofty title, so like
It'd be like giving yourself your own nickname.
correct, yeah, it never works.
It doesn't work.
Like if I were like, hey guys, people call me Chad Dane. It's like, okay, Dane.
Sure they do.
Okay.
Sure there was an episode of the show Leverage where like a guy who's like he's like a con man, and he gives himself a nickname, and the whole episode is them making fun of this guy because he gave his own nickname. It's like the Mako.
I've noticed that like if someone gives you a nickname and you don't like it, it sticks.
Oh, yeah.
But if you love it, it doesn't stick.
So pretend, like, note to self:
Yeah.
if somebody gives you a nickname, just pretend to absolutely love. Like, dude, that's awesome.
I had a friend like once give me a nickname of Danger just because like Dane and Jer, and I was like, oh, that's lovely. And like, no, it didn't stuck because I loved it.
It was never gonna stick.
I know,
Man.
and it won't. I
No.
bet.
Nicknames, Miracle, Mary. Any nicknames?
Yeah, I have a couple.
What are they?
My friend thought I said miracle when I was introducing
It's like
myself.
Murica, but miracle.
Well,
That's awesome.
no. Brian has a theme song for me. It's just the America and
Team America World Police song.
yeah.
Yep.
Basically, it's just my name replace America.
That's perfect. That's
Yeah, but-
Miracle.
Duh, duh. We can't say that word because
Yes.
YouTube will ban us.
No, I already said it, but it's okay.
It's okay.
We were talking about this earlier. Swearing. I gotta do better about
Yeah.
that. Usually, I only swear when I'm angry, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nicknames? Any nicknames?
You can't make many nicknames out of Mary, can you?
Uh,
I mean, I had
What?
some.
Mary.
Can you?
Yeah. Are
you kidding
it
me?
sounds
With
similar to
Mary?
my nickname, but it's like Mare, but with an
well,
A.
my parents call me that.
Yeah, see, that's a nickname.
I
And then,
guess.
is your like full name like Mary or no? Is it just?
It's just Mary. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I had some of my school friends call me Augie for a while because one
Ooh.
of my middle names is Augusta.
Oh, how cute.
interesting.
It's an epic name.
It is.
It's
It is.
okay. I
Thank
used to
you.
get
Maria
bullied
Augusta.
for like my full name because it's like just Miracle Sam, so they're like Miracle Ham Sandwich. And then like the Miracle thing, my friend.
Oh.
She called me Murky, so that was like my tennis name. And then I was Miracle Smash because I used to smash balls at girls' feet and heads.
Oh.
Yeah, Yeah, you gotta,
Okay.
you gotta be aggressive with that sport.
Learning a lot.
Yeah, and then Mare was another thing that I brought up earlier. Mara Sam was like a cute short name for like both my first and last name. And then there's Miracle Whip, but I won't go into it.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.